Hi, it's Murray from Engadine Music, just doing some basic setup and some basic maintenance tips for instruments before you perhaps get into the year. We're going to have a quick look at the flute now. One of the things you'll notice is when I'm opening the flute case, I've got it set on a table or a solid area. It's nothing worse than trying to open it, holding it, because flute parts go everywhere. The flute is several sections. When you're first starting out, start with the head joint. You'll notice with the head joint, you've got a mouth hole that's broad on this side and narrow on that side. The broad side goes against your chin. And if you are playing for the first time, just put your hand over the end and generally just blow some air across. This is a really good way if you're trying to get a head start before the beginning of the year, just some long tones like so. Help you get some good sounds and will help you develop your playing. When we go to put the flute together, a couple of the things about we shouldn't do. One is don't grab onto all the rods and things, because they do bend and they bend very easily. So easiest way is to just hold the flute underneath and gently put that in. If that becomes tough, a little bit of cork grease, a little bit of Vaseline on it will just make it easy. If it is really hard to do, you just need to bring it up and have us look at it. When you line it up, most flutes now have an area there to line up. So this one being a Yamaha, there's the Yamaha logo and there's a little triangle there. Line the two up and the flute's in the right position. If it hasn't got that, if you just look along it, the mouth hole should be in exactly the same line as the finger plates. The foot joint, not so much. Just again, be careful that we're not going to bend it. And that can go to wherever it's comfortable. Okay, so we've got it all together, we can play it, etc. When we finish, as we finish, the first thing we do is to start taking the flute apart. Again, just gently undo it. Try not to pull on the rods again because they will bend. As you get it off, you have the flute rod, and in the maintenance kit that should come with your instrument, there will be a cloth. There's a white cloth in there. That wraps through there and you just push it through. That takes the moisture out of the instrument and makes it easier, it protects the pads and makes it easier to keep in a good condition. Do each section as it comes off. So with the rod in there, that's fine. And you'll find in here, just be careful that you're not shoving the rod in too far. It just goes in and back out. It will not go right through, and we don't want to disturb the top there. There's a cork and a crown in there that we don't want to disturb. When you've got the flute all together, back in its case, ready to go, make sure you put the rod back in. I usually manage to forget that. The last thing to do before you close the case is use the polishing cloth, which is the external cloth. Just give it a quick wipe over to remove any of the residue from your fingers over it. Close the case securely, and there you go. Have fun with your flute. See you next time.